Morning. It's officially January 23rd, and this is the morning news update. I am well rested. I am excited for a great day. I hope you're excited with me. To all those who have become paid subscribers over the past 24 hours, as always, thank you so much. I want to thank each and every one of you individually, and I will do my best to do so. If you haven't already and you want to support my work, please consider becoming a paid subscriber by just clicking the button below and just putting in your information. It's super easy, super simple, and it's the easiest way to support my independent journalism. Now, with that, I want to kind of jump in and talk about all the news you may have missed over the past 12 hours. It wasn't as busy of an evening as the previous two nights, but so let's break it down. So, Donald Trump had his first Oval Office interview with Sean Hannity from Fox News, where he talked about possibly defunding FEMA. Trump tried to talk about how FEMA is no longer effective, how it's not really working as well anymore, and how we should essentially give FEMA back to the states. And if that sounds familiar, it's kind of what he says about the Department of Education, right? When he says the Department of Education should be abolished, he kind of says give it back to the states. And now he's saying the same thing about FEMA. So we'll see if he tries to get rid of FEMA. He further attacked President Biden for the pardons. He says, quote, the funny thing, maybe the sad thing, is he didn't give himself a pardon. And if you look at it, it all had to do with him. So Donald Trump is now alluding to the fact that he may go after President Biden criminally because President Biden did not give himself a pardon. Why President Biden would have to give himself a pardon? That's unclear. Out of Oakland, Michigan, police say an Afghan refugee is now in custody after allegedly stabbing a caseworker for a refugee assistance company. The victim is in surgery with serious injuries. In LA County, another massive fire has broken out near Castaic, I think is how you pronounce it. I'm not 100% sure. So it's near Castaic, California, near the Santa Clarita area. It has grown to over 9,400 acres. A number of homes are under mandatory evacuation orders, and it is not contained just yet. Donald Trump has officially shut down the border to all incoming migrants. Any and all asylum seekers can no longer get asylum or humanitarian asylum in the United States, as he has signed an executive order barring the physical entry of all migrants through any port of entry on the southern border. U.S. Border Patrol agents have also been told to deport migrants without granting asylum hearings under the Trump administration under this new executive order. Now, the ACLU has already filed a lawsuit against Donald Trump, saying that this expedited removal process is unconstitutional. This is the second lawsuit filed by the ACLU. If you recall, the first lawsuit was on the executive order concerning birthright citizenship and changing the definition of what birthright citizenship is. Now, the House of Representatives has also passed the Laken Riley Act, which requires the detention of undocumented migrants charged with certain crimes, including burglary. This vote was 263 to 156. A number of Democrats joined the Republicans and passed the legislation. The bill now heads to Donald Trump's desk, where he will likely sign it in the coming days or potentially coming weeks in a massive bill signing ceremony at the White House and try to take a victory lap for the legislation. On Capitol Hill, the Oath Keeper, Stuart Rhodes, who was convicted of sedition of the January 6th attack, visited the Capitol and met with lawmakers after receiving clemency from Donald Trump. Now, many January 6th insurrectionists are likely to also be invited to the White House by Donald Trump in the coming days. So we'll see what happens there. Pete Hegseth and Tulsi Gabbard are facing major pushback in their nominations. Pete Hegseth has at least 3 Republican senators, according to Fox News, already opposing him, including Senator Mitch McConnell, Senator Collins, and Senator Murkowski. They all may oppose Pete Hegseth's nomination, while Tulsi Gabbard may not even get out of the committee hearing, given Republican concerns over her past statements on the pardon or commutation of Edward Snowden, who, if you recall, leaked U.S. secrets, essentially. Right now, Donald Trump's job approval stands at 47%, with 41% disapproving, according to latest polling done by Reuters. So that's kind of where we're at right now. And also, on top of that, the many federal agencies, including the HUD, not HUD, DHS and NASA and others, received a letter essentially asking employees to call out any other DEI policies that they may see and possible face negative repercussions or adverse consequences if they don't do so. So that's all the news right now. It's was a semi-slow news evening. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of news coming today, so I will have an evening news update at 5:30. If you don't already become a paid subscriber, please consider doing so by clicking the button below to support my work. And I'll see you guys at 5:30. Take care, guys.